Many thanks for staying with us. Welcome to Business News. The Central Bank of Nigeria has asked operators of small and medium enterprises to step forward with proof of evidence that some commercial banks are frustrating the efforts of the CBN in allocating foreign exchange to the SMEs. CBN's head of communications, Mr. Isaac Okorafor, in a brief chat with journalists in Washington on Friday, says it's wrong for banks to deny easy access to small industries who recently received a $20,000 quarterly FX intervention. And the bears dominated 3 out of 4 sessions on the equities markets this week, following declines across major counters. Harriet Agbenyi has more.
It's a third straight session of sell-offs this week at the Nigerian stock market as the all-share index dipped further by 37 basis points to close at 25,189.37 on Friday, with a market capitalization of 8.71 trillion naira. Now, the drag is attributed to price declines from 18 stocks, led for the second day this week by 7up. It's followed by Union Bank of Nigeria and FBN Holdings. Percentage gains were recorded by 15 equities, including Livestock Feeds, Unilever, and Dangote Sugar. Friday's transaction saw almost the same volume recorded on Thursday, as 171.60 million shares changed hands for 1.10 billion naira in 2,846 deals. FCMB, Transcore, and Flour Mills were the 3 most actively traded stocks for the session. Well, those are today's trading figures. I'm Harriet Agbenyi.
Over to Wall Street now. Although the 3 major indices are on track to end the week higher, U.S. markets opened slightly lower earlier today. VOA Channel's TV business correspondent Jill Malandrino has details from the Nasdaq market site in New York.
U.S. stocks opened a touch lower, even though the S&P 500 is on track for its best week in 2 months, led by strength in utilities Friday morning. Let's take a look at Thursday, which was particularly strong this week as the major averages closed near the best levels of the day in a broad sector rally. Financials resumed strength on earnings with the American Express beat, and as yields inched further off recent 5-month lows. Tech has also been a standout despite IBM and Netflix falling in recent days, but we saw a lot of strength in the semiconductor sector spurred on with a fantastic quarter from Lam Research. Nasdaq Composite traded higher by more than 1%, moving within 11 points from our record closing highs on April 5th. That was at 59.36. Transports jumped behind strong CSX earnings. Steel stocks also surged, jumping on better earnings, and the Trump administration probe into steel imports. Retail and discretionary also outperformed with gains in footwear, apparel, with Foot Locker. Industrials and materials were also higher ahead of the GE and Honeywell print that came out this morning. And this is really on the back of the Trump trade, which seems to be back in vogue given the positive stances taken by Treasury Secretary Mnuchin on infrastructure and tax reform policy. Now let's turn to what's going to be a very busy trading week ahead, with several Fed speakers on the circuit, as well as key housing and consumer data and GDP numbers on Friday. But the real story for traders is going to be the slew of earnings set to report, including Hasbro, and that's going to follow a disappointing quarter in rival Mattel that reported, and they missed on just about every metric. So we'll see if Hasbro follows in suit with that. We also have Alcoa on Monday. Check out Tuesday's lineup. We have Biogen, Caterpillar, McDonald's, Triple M, Valero, Chipotle, Discover Financial Services, AT&T, and United Health. On Tuesday we also have Arconic. That's also been in the news all week with the CEO being ousted by private equity. Wednesday's just as busy. We have Boeing, General Dynamics, and NASDAQ reports also on Wednesday before the bell. And we also have Amagen and Xilinx. Thursday is perhaps the busiest day of the week. Look at this lineup: Celgene, CME, and Dow all in the morning. And then these NASDAQ heavyweights are all on tap after the close. We have Amazon.com, Alphabet, Intel, Microsoft, and Starbucks. It's going to be a really busy afternoon for traders. And finally, Friday morning, we have General Motors and ExxonMobil. From the NASDAQ market site in New York, I'm Jill Malandrino, and this is VOA Channel's Business News.
And it's a black day in France as investors react to the suspected terrorist attack amid political concerns ahead of the presidential election on Sunday. But let's also see how the rest of the markets close today. That's it on Business News Tonight. I'm Imana Amawe. The news at 10 continues. Thanks, Imana. The Anambra State Governor, Willie Obiano, is promising to improve road networks and infrastructure across the state. He made this commitment today while inspecting ongoing road projects within some communities in the state.
A busy day for the governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano. But that's by no way weighing him down as he diligently walks from one ongoing project to another across the state. The inspection begins with this 8-kilometer Coscharis road through Francis Maduka axis, which is 50% in completion. The governor insists this project will be completed by November.
These three major roads, one has been fully completed, asphalted. The other one is asphalted halfway. The other one, the drainage is being put in place and work is going on. I'm very satisfied with the level of work that we've seen so far. By the time they finish the money we've given them, we give them another money. We want them to finish the work.
Next is this 22-kilometer Ogwaka-Mbuka-Amazu Road in Okpoko local government area of the state. For this project, Governor Obiano expresses his dissatisfaction with the pace of work by the contractor.
We want you people to continue to support us, and on our own back, we will not fail you. By the time we do this road and tie up this garbage area again, open up. But I've told the CCDCC to speed up the work. I'm not happy with the pace of the work, a little slow, and so they reassured me that they will speed up the work. You know, I want people to give them all the support that they require, so that this road will be finished before the rainy season.
The ongoing projects in the state continues, and Governor Obiano challenges the residents to take full ownership of the project by ensuring its proper usage that will last for a long time.
The Managing Director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Mr. Nsima Ekere, has given the youths of the Niger Delta the assurance of the government's readiness to develop the infrastructure and human capacity of the region. He emphasized this during a meeting with some youths of the region, where he asked for their support to help the region out.
These are ex-militants from the Niger Delta region. It took the intervention of several authorities to get them together. And as always, the agenda is how to ensure the economic empowerment and development of the people of the region. The Managing Director of the NDDC, Nsima Ekere, is here to assure them of the present administration's commitment to their plight and the plan to ready on ground.
The mandate of the Commission is clearly spelled out in the law that set up the Commission. But in addition to developing the area, developing the physical infrastructure, the key thing that we must do in the Commission is to develop the human beings that make up the region.
This meeting is also for them to rub minds with the youths, and he adds that the marginal refineries planned to be established in the Niger Delta will go a long way to better the lives of the people.
An enduring and sustainable way we can assist the youth of the Niger Delta region to economically empower you. And when we talk of empowerment, we're not talking of you coming and collecting money, collecting handouts on a daily basis. No. We want to see a situation where we don't just give you fishes, but we teach you how to fish.
Mr. Fred Obeng from Delta State lauds the NDDC's Managing Director for the initiative, while calls for quick implementations of all that has been planned.
I have listened very well to the MP. He has spoken the mind of Niger Delta youth. On behalf of Niger Delta youth that are here, I want to seriously thank the Managing Director, the management and the entire board for this bold initiative to bring peace and light to the Niger Delta.
After the assurances, the people of the region certainly want this to go beyond the meeting by putting words into action.
Still ahead on the news at 10, another epic battle looms as holders Real Madrid face rival Atletico Madrid in the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League. That's on sports. Just stay with us.